Hello, welcome to Virtuous Teacher, and I'm Ritchie Knox. How you doing? What's going on? Just in case you're not aware, you can watch more episodes like this on YouTube by searching Virtuous Teacher, and of course, you can listen to the podcast by searching Virtuous Teacher anywhere where you get your podcast. And in this episode, we'll be addressing that stigma that all teachers are fat. All right, we got a little explaining to do. All right, it's a very vast spectrum when it comes to teachers and fitness and things of that nature. Before we talk about it, I would like to invite you to check out the descriptions area where you can find ways to support my mission and connect with me for like consultations and things of that nature. Please do that. But it's my belief that the body works like this: you eat, and your body needs time to digest the food, get rid of the waste, but then transform or transfer the rest of the food into energy. Okay? I think it works that way. And I think what people are doing is they're traditionally following this script of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I don't believe that those three meals in the time that they're traditionally eaten give the body enough time to process and transfer food. So what I think is happening is it's kind of like a trash can, right? You put food in there, and if you wait some time, that trash can will empty. But because you're putting a load of food in, and maybe 2 hours, 3 hours later, another load of food in, and then 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 hours later, another. It's like the trash can never gets a chance to empty out. And what happens is you do that every day. And before you know it, you have a big old belly that's full of reserves, full of food that you didn't allow to process. Did you ever wonder that, or why, when you don't eat, your stomach goes down and you get skinny? It's because there's no reserves, there's no food there. And then if you do the opposite and you just eat every day, all day, and stuff your mouth, your stomach grows. I think that's pretty much how it works. I don't think you need the Jenny Craig system, or you need a health physician or a fitness coach. I just think it comes down to how long you're able to go without food as far as your stomach is concerned, or even your weight. All right. I think your weight is, based on how much food you have in your body. And I think we have to at some point start to realize that food is not simply to be enjoyed in terms of the taste. It's actually there for energy. I mean, if you stop eating for 30 days, your energy would go down, because that's what food is for, right? It's not just for how good it tastes. It's about energy. So at that particular point, we can conclude that if you have a big stomach, then you don't really need to eat. Can we say that without being offensive? If your belly is, past your belt line, you know what I mean, then maybe you can go a couple days. Now, of course, going without food is a very uncomfortable thing to do. So naturally, what are you going to do? You're going to keep eating. Therefore, thus, not losing any weight at all. But if you're in a situation where all food evaporated, there's a stronger chance that someone with a bigger belly would outlive someone with a smaller one, because that's how the body works according to how I see it. All right. When you eat, you're pretty much storing food for energy, and then you're exerting that energy throughout the day, and that food goes down. Some of it goes down the toilet as a result of waste, and then you need to replenish the food, i.e. replenish the energy. So how do we attack that? How do we address that? Okay, so that's what we're talking about in this episode. All right. And we have to address the obvious. If the body works this way, you create or eat food for the creation of energy, then certainly being a teacher doesn't serve us well. Here's why: because as a teacher, you don't exert a lot of energy. You're usually sitting at a desk or walking in a square room, just helping students with different problems, but none of that really causes sweat or physical exertion necessarily. So now you've eaten breakfast and you haven't done anything really to start to change that food into energy, sweat, waste. You're just kind of walking in circles or sitting down. So then you eat lunch and the same thing happens. You don't really do much. Then you go home and you eat dinner. At no point do you actually sweat and start to burn and start to use energy or physically move around so that food can transform or transfer itself into energy. Then you come back the next day and you do that 4 more days that week. Can you imagine what your body is probably saying to you? I am good. Your body is probably telling you that. Your body is probably saying, yo, I'm good. I don't need any more food. I know it's American and a custom in America to just eat for no reason. Eat because it tastes good. Eat because it's a certain time of day. But what if you transform that and you only eat when you need to eat? When I say need to eat, I mean when you are lacking in energy. Okay, because food is like gas. Can you imagine putting gas in your car in the morning, driving for 2 hours, putting more gas in it, putting more gas in it? I mean, eventually your gas tank is going to overflow, and that's what's happening to a lot of people's body. All right? It's like this. Eat and then stop until you run out of gas. And then when you run out of gas, replenish it with more gas, i.e. food. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay, listen, that's how it's supposed to be. I would like to challenge you, all right, my fellow teachers. I want to challenge you. Here's what I'm going to challenge you to do, and it's going to sound insane, but if you follow it, I think without question, you're going to be happy and you're going to become a subscriber, and you say, you know what, that guy is onto something, and you know what, I like him. He's not crazy, because right now you probably think I'm crazy. Here's what I'm going to challenge you to do. The first challenge is get a gym membership. You want to tell you why? I'm going to tell you why. Because as a teacher, you're not doing enough in your physical job or in your job to, create physicality or exert energy. Just walking, even if you're that kind of teacher that walks around the building, I know who you are, and you get your steps in. That is just not enough. It's not enough. All right, getting steps in is not enough. All right, you have to sweat. If your shirt is not drenched, that is not enough exercise. So you have to do something additional. So when you get off work, go to the gym for an hour. LA Fitness, Gold's Gym, Orange Theory, just to name a few. Peloton. All right, do something. Get some kind of gym membership where every day you're spending between 30 minutes to an hour sweating, getting tired. Have you ever? When is the last time you did something until you got tired? I mean, lift the weight, run around in circles on a track. When is the last time you did something until you physically got tired and had sweat on your shirt? That's what you need at least 3 times a week. So I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna challenge you to work out 3 times per week. Why do you think I'm dressed like this? Because when I'm done with this episode, I'm going straight to the gym. Okay? And here's what I'm gonna do at the gym. I'm gonna play some basketball so I can sweat. And then I'm going to do some lifting so I can tone. I'm challenging you to do the same thing. Gym membership, some form of exercise for 30 minutes to an hour, 3 times a week. Do it. Do it. And I'm going to actually challenge you to something even more insane. And that is to go without food. I got this amazing idea to go 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 days without food. And I got the idea from watching a show that you might know of, Survivor. All right, you have these amazing people on the show. They go, 30 days in the wilderness, only eating rice and the occasional feast when they win a challenge. I remember watching that, and I said to myself, yo, how are they just eating rice? Which is a miracle food, by the way. You can eat so much rice and never get, people of Korean and Asian descent, You notice why they're all kind of like in shape because they're eating a lot of rice. All right, not joking. But I gathered this concept from watching Survivor. They would they would come on the show pretty full, healthy looking people, and then by the time the show was over, they would be like skinny, but still pretty muscular from all the running and exercising and swimming and just eating rice. And I said, you know what? That might be it. I need to eat more rice. This is my real thoughts. And I need to start to work out a little bit, right? So I'm going to challenge you to go without food. Here's how you're going to do it if you choose to accept my challenge. Stop eating whenever you stop eating. And we know that a new day starts at midnight. When you wake up in the morning, don't eat. Don't eat. When you go to work, don't eat. Try your best. See how far you can go without eating. That's my challenge to you. All right? When you wake up, you probably eat food first thing in the morning, 6 o'clock a.m. Apple, banana, even that stuff. Don't eat anything. Don't eat anything. All right? Because chances are you just had dinner at 8 o'clock the night prior. So that food is still there. Can we agree on that? Don't eat. And then see how long you can go without eating before you get a headache or you start to act really nasty. How long can you go? Here's my secret. Did you know that for the last 14 years, 13 years even. I forget. It's been a while. Not every single day. Let me stop lying. Sometimes my school offers free food. But did you know that 97% of the time, I do not eat until I get home? So before you say, well, Rich, it's not even possible to do this. Well, actually it is. Every day I wake up, I don't eat anything. I go to work, I don't eat anything. And then I go home and I finally eat. Every single day. I've been doing it for a long time. And here are some of the coolest things that have happened. Number one, I'm saving money. Number two, I'm always relaxed. So when crazy things happen in the classroom, I'm unfazed because I don't have enough food or energy to go off on a kid. All right. Sometimes the food is what the problem is. If you're going off on kids, you're getting in trouble, you're sleeping on it because you're eating so much. I'm telling you, it's the food. I'm telling you. Have you ever noticed that kids get crazier after lunch? It's the food. Okay. Can you imagine if kids went throughout the entire school day without eating? They'll probably be more disciplined. I'm just saying, generally speaking. All right. Look. That's the challenge. And the goal is every day, push that time back further. If you wake up and you're like, you know what, I'm starving, Rich. I tried my best. I was only able to get to 10 a.m. You know what? Good job. All right. That's progress. Not a lot, but it's progress. Then the next day, you know what? I got to 10:30. I'm doing it. Then the next day, you know, I got to 1 o'clock. Wow. I was so busy. I didn't even realize. Then you get to 2, right? And then when you really level up, you can go 24 hours without food. Don't tell me it's not possible. People do it all the time. Then you can go 48 hours. All right. I have a video that I did 2 years ago on YouTube where I went 5 days without food, just drinking water. It was an amazing experience. You'll be surprised the things you think about when you're not thinking about food or when food is not something that you can have. You'll be surprised. All right. Your brain just functions on a different wavelength. I'm not challenging you to do 5 days though. At maximum, I'm challenging you to do 24 hours. All right. I don't think 48 hours, 72 hours is for everybody, but I will challenge you to do 24 hours. Okay. That's my challenge to you. And in conjunction with that, I'm challenging you to work out at least 3 times a week. Okay. Virtuous teacher. That's what I'm here for. Okay. How many times do I work out per week? I would say between 3 and 5 times per 7 days. At least. All right. I'm going to the gym tonight. I went to the gym yesterday. You got time for everything on planet Earth except the gym. Why is that? You know, a woman once told me, she said, look, make time to go to the gym or make time for cancer. If that's not the realest thing you ever heard, look, make time to go to the gym. Make time. Don't wait for time. Don't expect time. Make the time to go to the gym or make time for cancer for lack of working out. Those are not my words. I'm just the messenger. All right. And last but not least, if you ever decide to do any of these tasks, you have to hydrate. All right. Get in the habit of having water right next to your bed as you sleep. You know how you wake up in the middle of the night? Have a big swig of water because that water helps the digestive process while you're sleeping. Because your body is, when you're sleeping, just processing food, your body's amazing. And that hydration just makes it that much more amazing. All right. It makes it work a little bit better. And if you're going to go throughout the school day without eating, like I'm challenging you to do, then you want to make sure you're hydrated the entire day. You want to be hydrated. OK, so that's my challenge. Go longer without food until you're able to reach 24 hours and work out 1 to 3 times per week. But I'm going to go 3 times per week and hydrate as much as possible with water, preferably. OK, that's my challenge. And if you accept that challenge, here's what I think will happen. You'll be clearer mentally. You would have pushed yourself so far that you would realize that you are pretty virtuous. You are amazing. You didn't think you were even capable of doing some of this stuff. And now here you are. All right. You'll also find that during the school day, your temperament stays even and you're not reacting to every joke a kid tells, every halala, LOL, text message. You're not screaming at kids. You'll be too relaxed to do that. All right. You're going to notice that. And of course, the best part of all, you're going to notice that your weight drops significantly. All right. This is Ritchie Knox with Virtuous Teacher. You know what it is. Show some love. I'll see you on the next one.